Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
There it is. It's time for the old man and the kid. And as you can see, I am that old man, and those are the kids. Like a red jet. She was been in here. That was right when I made the show. She already She was already doing her thing. But it's always good to be back. I haven't been back in a couple weeks. I was letting the kids run their own show, doing their own thing, and they did quite a good job. I got to give it to them. Good job. Good job.
Appreciate that.
All right. So how's everybody been?
Good, been good.
Yeah, playing a lot of tennis.
A lot of time. We were grinding yesterday.
Yeah, look at you. It's funny, man. I when I come up there next, I'll have to come over there and watch y'all play. God, that's crazy. Try to be Pete Sampras or something out there. Y'all know who that is? That he was a dog. Pete Sampras.
Surely.
Ooh.
Well, speaking of tennis, we have the Monte Carlo. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Monte Carlo Masters.
Monte Carlo Masters starting.
Put that back up there
right now.
Put that picture back up there. Look at that. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful to even go there and watch the tennis match, but to have that background scene and just to be able to see all that, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Oh, Monte Carlo, you guys are talking about the little tournaments, little ones.
They got all top 3 in there, right?
Yeah, top 10 are all there.
Top 10.
All right. What's up, Jesus? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Red Jet. Good morning, Red Jet.
I wanted to get these guys early predictions on who's going to win this Masters.
The tennis?
Yeah.
All right, well, see what's up. What were y'all thinking?
Rob, what are you thinking? What do you think, Rob?
The winner, I think it's going to be Novak Djokovic. I think he's going to get his first tourney of the season.
Djokovic.
Solid. What about you, Dante?
I think it's going to be Medvedev.
Oh, Medvedev.
Ooh.
I'm riding Carlito, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm riding Carlito at this one.
You talking about the kids in the picture? Like that's my son in the middle, Dom, and then you got Dante to the right, and you got Big Rob to the left. This is the old man and the kids show, Jesus. But you know what? You know what's crazy is I don't even know that this tournament was going on, but I'm gonna ride with Dante. I like Medvedev.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Novak Djokovic. I mean, Djokovic is a legend in his own right, but it's almost time to pass it on. The torch.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. I do think Novak will win the next big tourney. But this one's a little smaller. It's still a big tourney. But part of me thinks Medvedev wins this, and then Novak might take it personal.
And what's the next biggest? It's
called the French Open. It's one of the big 4 ones.
Yeah, the French clay courts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Rafa back for that?
He's trying to be.
See, Rafa Nadal. That's another one that needs to pass that torch. Time to be done here. Tennis, can they pick and choose who they know? Tennis cannot do that. Tennis
pick and choose who they play?
Yeah, because we were going on about this yesterday, saying boxers picking and choosing who their opponents are.
Yeah.
And other things, and tennis is not like that at all. They're putting a tournament, and it's seeded, and that's it. You play who you play. It's not a pick and choose. But I mean, you got rankings once you're in the tournament. So you know, if you're 1, you play the lowest seed. It's like playoffs.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like you're picking anything.
Right. Prime example, Novak Djokovic himself, his last tournament, he just lost to the lucky loser, which is like a player that barely makes it in. It's like the last seed, and he lost to him.
Hey, that can happen. I mean, we all saw. Well, I know I saw the Golden State Warriors take down the number one seeded Dallas Maverick back in the day. I mean, that was crazy playoff series. I mean, you see it all the. I mean, we saw the Miami Heat take down the Bucks. Even though the Miami Heat are the Miami Heat, but I mean, they took down the Bucks and went all the way to the finals as an 8 seed. I could back it up. Good morning, back it up. Joining late and 11 to 10. Yeah, tennis talk. They're big into it. He said,
Sign is your guy.
That's
Sign is your
Dante's
guy.
dude too.
yeah, see, a little tennis talk. Hey, listen, for everybody joining the chat, hey, and for you guys, you kids over there, man, go look up Back It Up Binge on YouTube. He puts out little binge bites, 2 minutes long maybe, and they give you all the insight to old school stuff about baseball, tennis, football, basketball, and it's good stuff, man. It's real good stuff.
I think you were talking about that with Beer Cave.
I do it every time he jumps on because I support that. I support the other guys that are in our retweet groups. And again, you put out a good product. I'm going to throw it out there because it's stuff I watch and learn. Yes, there will be a live later on, 6:30 to 8.
Sports Madness.
Sports Madness is later with me and Jay. Beer Cave may jump on before WrestleMania, and then you got the big WrestleMania going down tonight.
Yes, we do. Which leads us into the next topic. Things going on with WrestleMania right now. Night one was really good. Night one was exciting, had good matches, a lot of great spots. I feel like every match had like an exciting spot, and everything just is leading perfectly into night two, which I think is going to do even better with all the matches they have.
Hey, appreciate that, Red J. You know I always love you. We missed you yesterday, and I was riding alone. Beer Cave's internet went down a little, like 45 minutes in. I was by myself for an hour. Me, Jesus was on there with us. We was talking. I didn't see no Red J yesterday, which I know you got a busy life, but yeah, I was by myself running it. I mean, if you guys could have jumped on. I'd have put you guys on the screen. I was all alone.
Yeah, I didn't even know that happened.
I did that last week too. Last Sunday, Easter Sunday, I did Sports Madness by myself.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
That's all right, Red J. You got. I know. I was just messing around with you. I was messing around with you. Spending time with mom and pops, though, is always a good thing. Yeah. I did Easter Sunday alone. Rode Sports Madness. I mean, it was a great show. I mean, yesterday was a great show too. We talked a lot about how sports has gotten softer and more generic, especially with jerseys and the way it's played. Like jerseys have become bland.
Yeah,
great
jerseys,
bland.
sure.
Because I mean, I can go out and make any one of these jerseys for $20. I just got to put the city or the team name on there and type the dude on the back, and I got a jersey. That's it. Let's back it up. He says, I'm in the 80s wrestling guy. A good update on the current stuff by the team. Hitman Hart, Macho Man, and the one that is always forgotten, Don. Hey, listen, he's not forgotten. Just people don't know him. They do not know him. No, my son works.
I decided to immediately hop into the workforce to make my money, and I'm living in my own apartment now too.
Yes, he went right to the work. I told him I told him he didn't have to go to college because college just makes it to where you owe more money for the rest of your life. Maybe a trade school if he wants to down the line, but he jumped into a trade already, so he's making money and doing good. And I'm proud of the kid. All right, I'll have to look at that. Red Jet. Old school wrestling was great. It was great back then, man. There was storylines that were great. Now it's different. But real quick, back to the old school. Hey, you see how the jerseys are now. Just bland as hell, correct? You guys agree?
Yeah, I agree.
All of you guys? Yes?
You agree?
Oh, yeah. But
no one's answering. I don't know what else going on back there.
Yeah, jerseys.
I mean, because you got to think,
especially
back in the day,
game when they had their own jerseys, and it just gave a way better feel to the game.
Yeah, Dad. I mean, look, back in the day, the Grizzlies jerseys was one of the best jerseys ever. It had the big bear, grizzly bear holding the ball, the Raptors jersey with the red raptor on it, the old school Orlando Magic black ones pinstriped. Seattle Sonics jersey was always great. The black Phoenix Suns jersey. I mean, you had some crazy jerseys back then. Now it's just bland shit.
Yeah.
But all right, go ahead and go off into the wrestling.
The wrestling, I want to say, for the main event of night one, Rock Roman versus Cody and Seth, I thought it was going to be a really good match. I had already thought that and expected that, but I did not expect it to be as exciting and as great as it was. Like, that was truly like an easy 5-star match. Easily.
Oh, it definitely was.
Oh, that was
it 100% was. The way they took it, and Rock says you're not going to count or you're fired, and we're out in the arena up the entrance ramp. They were over there somewhere doing all sorts of stuff. It got a little out of hand when the refs scared to go against the Rock. And, it sucked in a sense. People were like, but, that's the heel move of it all. That makes the Rock the real heel. And it was a great match. It really was. There was some slip-ups you saw with certain moves. I mean, you saw Roman Reigns got a bloody nose because when Cody did
the Cody Cutter.
Yeah. His arm smashed his face. It didn't get him like it was supposed to, but yeah. But still, I mean, stuff like that happens all the time, and that's wrestling for you. And then you saw he rode with it, though.
Yeah, that made it even better, honestly, the way he acted after.
Pay-per-view, they're on Peacock, so they don't do pay-per-view anymore.
Yeah, if you have Peacock, you can watch it. See, Jesus goes back. He don't do a lot of the new school stuff, but yeah, it's on Peacock. You don't got to pay all that. You just subscribe to Peacock and you can see stuff like that. But yeah, he did the blood on his fingers and went nuts. Yeah, that was great. See, those are great entertainers, great wrestlers that know how to take something that wasn't supposed to happen and turn it into something big.
So one of my favorite moments was Cody reversing the rock bottom and rock onto the table, and then it cut to Roman spearing Seth through the barricade.
Oh, that was great. That was great. I mean, and right then you knew it was coming close to the end because you had both them guys kind of knocked, and then you had Cody throwing Rock in, but you knew that wasn't going to be it.
Yeah.
You had to have known, and things switched up and changed, and bam, there it is.
Yeah, me and Rob were already saying that Rock and Roman were going to win because there would be no reason to not have the bloodline there tonight. But about halfway through the match, we got to a point where we actually didn't know who was going to win. That's how crazy it got.
Mm-hmm. See, here's how I felt the storyline. Here's how I feel the storyline's going. The bloodline rules had to happen. Had to happen because Rock had to be out there. Jimmy, all them had to be out there, right? And for this night too. But that means Cody can have people out there. So Jay's going to be out there. Well, depending on how Seth and the McIntyre's match, Seth probably will be around. I feel like Goldust may show up.
That'd be great.
I have a feeling that he's going to show up. But I also got a feeling that Jimmy Uso may turn on Roman.
I kind of feel like The Rock might turn on Roman.
I feel The Rock too, because listen, the whole thing is The Rock was supposed to be a babyface.
Yeah.
And then he turned heel, and it went with it, and they ran with it. But The Rock could turn all of a sudden, or if Roman loses, The Rock turns then and says you can't be the tribal chief, and that sets up them to fight and their story to continue. Maybe SummerSlam they go at.
That's what I think SummerSlam too, which is perfect because it's in Cleveland, and you already know we're going to be there.
Oh yeah, you are. I don't even know how much tickets are, but that's crazy.
They're like 300 right now. We're thinking about trying to get them soon in case that does get announced, so tickets don't skyrocket.
For the cheap seats, they're 300.
No, like mid-level, I think.
Really? Well, yeah, you might as well grab them now. Grab them now. Yeah, that's gonna be something crazy because depending on how the stadium with the Browns and all that happens, stadium might not be downtown no more. Maybe in Brook Park with a dome, which I mean, WrestleMania can still come, but it'll be a lot more things coming then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely grab them seats. If you guys are definitely going, I would grab them seats, do all that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I think we're going to the SmackDown too. SmackDown's in the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse the night before.
Stop.
Oh damn. All right. Hey, leave my cat alone over there, man. Loki will kill you.
Loki keeps trying to get him.
He just jumped on me before I got up.
They have like the biggest rivalry ever.
Nah, not bigger than me and JaVale McGee.
So if you watch the new TikTok, you see JaVale really wanted to be with us.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I already made my comeback at it.
Oh, did you?
As soon as I saw yours, I stitched it and made it right back at you. He always shows up in my stuff. Always, and I dog him. I talk shit about JaVale McGee more than anything. People even say the rivalry we never knew we needed. But so what matches are going on tonight? Hold on, let's get to Jesus real quick. Let's get to Jesus. He says, will MLB, NBA, NFL going to subscribe only TV network? No more Fox, CBS, ABC? No, because they'll still do that, but they're not totally going to shift to just you got to subscribe there. But see, NBC is Peacock. CBS runs other ones. Fox has their hand in it all too. Fox owns Hulu or something, I think. They all own the stuff, so it'll be on everything. It's just main events and big things probably will go to that. Like you'll get a playoff game where you got to watch on Prime or Peacock. You'll get stuff like that, but it won't totally go away from those channels because that would negate a lot of things, especially games being played in bars because they don't have Peacock. Bars don't just subscribe to Peacock and be able to have it on every TV or, people such as yourself, they'll lose viewers that way. They just know they can feed into the money of it. And for that game, people are going to subscribe for at least 1 month. So they'll cash in on that $7 every person, like the millions that'll cash in and be good to go. That's all.
Yeah.
But all right. What is that? NCAA Basketball Championship will be on TBS. Why? Because CBS owns that. CBS owns all that. And they're spreading it on. And CBS might have something going on. That's why the championship's there. I mean, these dudes, you gotta get in, get it on your phone. You can get those channels on your phone and subscribe to them and be able to watch them on your phone. And then you could share it to your TV. If you got a TV that you could share stuff to and you can watch it right on your TV without anything. You don't need the internet to share the screen from your phone to the TV. So you should be able to do that. But I get what you're saying. It sucks. But what other matches are tonight? I know the Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton matches tonight.
It looks like to open it up is the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley versus Karen Cross and I think what's her name, the OPA or something like that. That'll be an alright match.
That's the Philly Street Fight. That should be good because it's that. It'll be all over the arena.
But then we have a real banger after that. AJ Styles and LA Knight.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
I mean, they've been promoting the hell out of that with that fight they had at Media Day, and they were doing all that stuff. AJ got a bloody nose from that. That'll be huge too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, which I think Drew McIntyre is going to win and then get cashed in on by Damian Priest.
So do you think Damian Priest walks away with the belt?
I do.
And do you think he walks away from Judgment Day then?
I don't know. I feel like Finn Balor will feel some type of way since they didn't bring any of the belts back together, and he'll feel jealousy or something. Which he already was when Finn Balor was trying to go for it against Seth, and then Damian kept doing the stuff he was doing. Then we got Triple Threat. This is going to be a banger, too. Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton, which I think Logan walks away champ still.
Because of SummerSlam, and he's all over that.
Yeah, I think he'll go into SummerSlam and probably lose it then at SummerSlam. Then we got, this is underrated. I feel like people aren't talking about this enough. Io Sky versus Bayley, which I think Bayley wins that, but I think it'll be a really good match. And then, of course, the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, Bloodline Rules. I mean, it's like, it's crazy because it's still like 50-50. Even though I feel like Cody has to walk away with it because I just don't think they can build someone else up as high to take it off Roman. But I don't know. There's always that chance still.
My thing with this is Roman still hasn't surpassed Hulk Hogan, has he?
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
And I think they're building to that.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
And I think that's what the problem is going to be with that, because they're saying he can lose it or something could happen. I don't know, and maybe he loses it at SummerSlam instead, because then he'll be past that. He'll be past some other stuff. But I don't know. It's weird to say.
What are you thinking, Rob?
For the match, the main event,
Yeah,
Cody's got to win, bro.
You got to think that he has to win, but the problem is how do you sell Roman losing it before that, where you let him keep it all this time?
I think it really, I definitely hear that, because nobody's going to hold a title this long, at least not for over a decade. We're not going to have another person on this long of a streak. But I guess it really depends on how much, I guess, Triple H will say really cares about that. Like, if that really means everything to him. Because, I mean, last year, they already kept it on Roman to make him pass 1,000, hit 1,000. And are we going to have to go through the part-time Roman Reigns for another year or so?
Well, you got to think the reason why Roman is the way he is because of leukemia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that.
So, depending on how that is right now, I mean, he's doing 2 matches back to back. This is going to take a lot out of him. You're probably not going to see him for a little bit. He might not be around. I mean, you'll see him probably on Monday night, but there won't be no match. It'll be some shit talking or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like Cody should win it.
Yeah.
But maybe this is when Priest comes out there and cashes in on that one.
Dude, that's what people are saying. Because if Priest came out, let's say Cody won, or maybe he didn't even win. It was just like towards the end of the match, Seth Rollins style, and he cashed in and stole the show. He'd instantly become one of the biggest heels of all time.
Yeah,
overnight.
Came and involved himself in that, and then the Judgment Day's out there fighting whoever Cody's got out there and whoever the Bloodline's got. Becomes one big Royal Rumble, pretty much. What are you doing, Dante?
Him and Loki are going at it right now.
He just jumped on me again.
Hey, put him outside the room or something.
I can't grab him. Dom's got to do it.
I was also seeing, what if Damian shows up out there towards the end of the match, and unsuccessfully cashes in, and Cody still wins, but they do that just so it can be even more chaotic, and the Judgment Day can also be out there.
I think a lot will tell. If Damian doesn't cash in against Seth, then it could get real interesting.
Yeah, at that point, I feel like there's no way Damian doesn't do something at that.
I mean, he could definitely do it on the.
What's
Raw
the next biggest event?
Payback. Is it Payback or is it?
I'd say tomorrow's bigger. The Raw after Mania is usually like.
No. What's the next biggest pay-per-view? Like, what's the next big?
Isn't it
Payback's
Payback?
next.
Is that what it's called? Backlash.
All right, and then Money in the Bank, isn't it?
I don't know. It depends on their schedule because
I'm pretty sure Money in the Bank
move
comes
around
soon
a little bit.
because Priest has to cash in.
Yes.
He's about to lose it,
Yeah,
so he's got to cash in. It's got to happen.
that's why I'm like 90% sure he's cashing in on Drew.
Well, or he makes it a triple threat match, and that's why Seth retains.
But I think the thing is Seth has to leave for a bit after Mania because he's been putting off surgery so he could be at Mania.
Oh, well then he loses it.
And then that's why they're doing this because this is perfect. So,
well, then it could go that way either because then that says Seth didn't really lose. Damian Priest interfered and he won and cost Seth the match, so it doesn't look like Seth actually lost.
So I think it's perfect for Damian to cash in and come out on top because then you can have Drew and Damian do a rivalry, have matches back to back. Whoever you want to come out on top of that can do that, whatever. But that also gives time for Seth and Punk to recover fully to get back, so then they can be the ones back in the
All right.
Isn't Punk commentating the McIntyre?
Oh yeah, Punk. I think Punk is commentating that match. I forgot about that.
He is. He'll be out there because him and McIntyre are going at it. It's been more him and McIntyre than him and Rollins lately.
Yeah.
Maybe he cost somebody the match.
Oh yeah, Dante, who are you riding with for the main event?
He said, "Yeah, I'm riding the main event." That's what I'm doing. Cody or Roman?
Cody.
Yeah, he's a big Cody guy.
I mean, I would like to see Cody end the story too, but it's hard. It's hard to see them making Roman drop it right before he passes Hogan. I don't know.
I was just telling them earlier too. I don't think it would make any sense for WrestleMania, like not WrestleMania, but WWE, to have the same event 2 years in a row with the same result. Doesn't make sense.
Right, that's why I threw the stipulations in there. With if Damian Priest ran out there and tried to intervene in that one, and then brought Judgment Day out there, and there's a lot of chaos, so you don't know what happens there, or if someone involves themselves or turns on Roman.
Right.
And The Rock or Jimmy or somebody. Because who knows? I don't know. I have to watch it.
There's talks about Stone Cold and Cena showing up.
Dude, did you see the thing about Hogan?
No.
Hogan did it. It was a TikTok Hogan had put out and said, "Hey, I'll be there doing autographs and all that stuff in the city of brotherly love."
What if
he was
Hogan
talking about how he wanted
Roman, so he doesn't pass him?
Saying, what if Hogan interferes with Roman so he doesn't pass?
I mean, he could, but I mean, the whole thing is he wants Cody to finish. He wants Cody to get the belt. He wants Cody to do whatever, but that could be part of it. But he also, old school Dusty Rhodes. That's a whole nother thing.
See, if Hogan comes out though, I'll be sick to my stomach.
Why?
Well, one, I'm like not a Hogan fan like whatsoever. Plus, especially he like somehow always makes. Like, especially when he was wrestling consistently back in the day, everything was about him. Yeah, he wasn't losing. Like, he would always say he's going to walk out if they make him lose or all sorts of stuff. And I feel like I would just be sick if he came out. And he was the reason that something happened in the main event.
I mean, Hogan was the biggest thing ever back in wrestling. Hogan was huge. He was huge, but he did do his skeptical stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he wasn't really that talented.
What?
He didn't like he wrestled so stiff, but I mean that was the style back then.
Exactly. And he was a big dude. You can't really do nothing more. Like if you see The Rock, and what he was doing. What's up, normal guy?
See, I like Savage. I loved Savage.
I feel like you could say the same about like John Cena in his prime, though.
No.
He didn't have a crazy moveset, and he was really unbeatable.
His moveset was like better than Hulk Hogan's.
But listen, Hulk Hogan could only do so much because he was so big. It's like Andre the Giant. What could Andre the Giant do?
Well, Andre the Giant just played his role.
Exactly. And Hogan was the baby face that beat all villains, and that's all that was. I mean, last night when you saw The Rock try to get pedigree, dude couldn't even get his arms back, really. It was like he might as well keep his arms straight. It's just when you're that big, it's so hard to do a lot of things with. And, wrestling wasn't high flying, and they didn't do all this stuff. I mean, his finisher was the leg drop.
But see, I hear that, but at the same time, like Cena, Roman, Brock Lesnar, a lot of guys like that, Bobby Lashley are massive guys that are still way more talented than Hulk Hogan.
I don't think Bobby and Brock are more talented than him. They do the same thing over and over again.
Dude,
it's either a spear or a suplex. That's all it is.
Hulk Hogan was doing leg drops.
Yes, his big ass leg. I get it. That was back then before it became this. I get the suplex and spear are much more, better. It's a better move. It's more exciting. But what I'm saying is that's all they do. Suplex City. That's all Brock did, and then he pinned you.
Well, he's got the F5.
And then he had the F5. Yeah, he had that F5. But like I said, now you can do stuff like that. Back then, that was unheard of for stuff. I mean, he's the only one that ever picked up Andre the Giant and slammed him.
So we also watched something big with Brock Lesnar. We just watched him for after WrestleMania 38. He went on a whole run of just helping put people over and taking the drop. Brock Lesnar, he lost so many times after after 38.
You know why, right?
It was time. He was finally giving back to the business.
No, he was doing all that because he was about to go down like he just did.
No.
Hey, Triple H said Brock's not gone from the WWE.
He's going to be, if he gets charged with all this shit, he's going to be gone.
But
he goes in that case, and Stephanie might be gone too. It might be a whole thing. See, everybody's looking past what that is. WrestleMania's come blinded everybody all of a sudden from what truly just happened. And Brock's a main focal point in that, so he will probably not be back. If all that comes to fruition and gets big, Brock will not be back.
I heard something evidence-wise. Someone was going over all the stuff and all the documents and everything, and it's looking like Brock didn't really play as big of a part as being said.
Doesn't have to be that big of a part. He can play a small part. He can get charged with a small thing and not go to prison, but still be a part of it. That's the thing. Listen, I try to tell all you kids all the time, you're guilty by association. If Dante goes out and kills somebody and you're standing there, you're going down too. You don't have to do shit. You could be standing there waiting for the bus, but you know him and you were with him. You're going down. You're getting nailed. It's going to happen. You're going to go through the rigors of it all until somehow they bring it out that you didn't know about it or didn't know you was going to do it. And you're going to have to prove your innocence that way. Guilty by association is a hell of a thing. Your sister learned that.
Yeah.
Being around stupid people and doing stupid things racks you up. No matter what, I learned that when I was young. Just being there. That's why I went the wrong way with it, though. So, well, screw it. If I'm going to beat it, I might as well do it. I'm going to get in trouble anyways. But that's the problem.
That's why I've always had my guys.
Well, you're supposed to have these guys. You got to have people like that. It's hard to have people that you've been friends with since you was young and go through life with. It rarely happens. You might get one, maybe two. Rarely happens. Like people that I've known since I was younger. I mean, I have them, but they're not like that right there. I don't have that. Look, normal guy says Eddie Guerrero.
Loved Eddie Guerrero.
Dude, that's crazy with Eddie, man. Eddie was a monster back in the day. That Tino Heat. Oh, yeah.
Him and Chavo.
Chavo, yeah. Good old Chavo came right out on the horse. Yeah, Eddie was great. Man, you and that damn cat.
Hey, we got he's out the room now. The door closed. Yeah,
He's gonna kill you as soon as you open that door.
It all started. I was literally holding Loki, like everyone knows where I was petting him, and Dante's standing next to me. He's looking. All of a sudden, Dante just goes, "Ah!" And then Loki jumps and like scratches me on his way out. And then ever since that, every time Loki sees him, he just wants to attack him.
That's it. See, scared him when he was a little kid. Now he thinks you're a monster. What's going on, Mom? Look, guilty by association real. Keep the spotlight off you by keeping your distance from those that like to be in the spotlight. See? Life lesson right there. Jet, keep solid people beside you. Always the old saying, I'd rather eat crumbs with bums than steaks with snakes. There you go. That's one for you. Keep that right there. I mean, that's just how it is. Nah, I hurt you, Mom. But yeah, you want to have real people around you no matter what. And if you get that gut feeling like someone's not it, then start getting your way, make your way away. Because that gut intuition is real. All right, well, what else we got? I put a couple things I saw, make your prayer and stuff like that. We can do that if you want. Throw one up there.
Yeah, so I'll just throw this one on right here. Okay. Build a team with $15. Let me quickly look. Are you able to see, Rob? Yeah.
That's little as hell. Is that De'Aaron Fox in a dollar column?
Yeah.
He said the greatest point guard ever in the $3 column.
Is that Tyrese Maxey too there?
Dude, there's some absolute steals. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'll start it off.
Okay, go ahead.
At the 5, we're gonna go Nikola Jokic for $5. At the 4, we're gonna go LeBron James for $4. At the 3, we're gonna go Curry at the 1. Jokic at the 4, LeBron at the 3, Wemby at the 5, and then Foxy at the 2.
So who's your team? Fox, Wemby,
Curry, LeBron, Wemby,
Joke,
and Jokic.
All right, I got my team. I'm pretty sure if I did the math right, this adds up to 15. I'm taking Curry at my 1, Kyrie at my 2, Kawhi at my 3, KD at my 4, and Joel at my 5.
Okay. I'm starting with Curry at the 1. I'm gonna put Maxey at my 2. I'm going KD, or I'm gonna go Kawhi at the 3, KD at the 4, and Embiid at center.
Dante only adds the 14.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to max out the price.
I will change it. Instead of Foxy, I want to add Kyrie Irving 100%. He's a better 2 guard.
There you go. All right, I'm going to go. Damn. I'm going to go Embiid at my 5. LeBron at my 4. I'm going to take Kawhi at my 3. And then I'm going to take Dame and JB.
Okay. That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Got to have some defense with all that offense.
Yeah,
I like it.
So I pretty much built an absolute offensive monster of a team.
Hey, that's how it works sometimes.
What's this other one right here?
There's one where you got to take pieces from players. I think.
Well, let's see which one it is. Is this one?
No, what's the other one?
This one.
Build an NBA player. Yeah, right here.
Build an NBA player. Choose one from each category. Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm already ready.
All right.
Go
All
for it.
right. Go for it.
Easily. The shooting of Stephen Curry, the body of Giannis, the handles of Kyrie, the defense of who's down the right?
Gary Payton.
The defense of Kawhi Leonard, and then the mentality of Kobe being Bryant, the Black Mamba.
All right, me and Dante is pretty similar.
Mine's the same as Dante.
I'm taking okay, so Rob's got the same. I'm taking the shooting of Curry. I'm taking the body of Giannis. Just to be different, I'll take the handles of Iverson. I'm taking the I'm taking the defense of one of my favorite players of all time, Dennis Rodman. And I'm taking LeBron's mentality and IQ.
I'm going to take Larry Bird shooting. Because, I mean, that dude just didn't care. I mean, he'd dog you in warm-ups. If he was shooting in today's game in a three-point contest, sickening.
Yeah.
The body, I want LeBron's, to be honest. I think LeBron's got a bigger frame than Giannis, but I like LeBron's. Handles. Oof. I'm going to take AI. And defense, I'm going to take Rodman too. And IQ. God, mentality and IQ. This is hard, but I'm going to take Michael Jordan. He has the best of both Kobe and LeBron with that. LeBron's got the IQ, but his mentality isn't there.
I think he's got
Why is his mentality not
a massive mentality.
Yeah, how are you gonna?
Listen, his mentality isn't like Kobe or Jordan's, where it was, I'm going to kill somebody on this court type stuff. That's what I'm saying.
The series the Heat versus Boston, where Miami beat them, I think they were down 3-2, and LeBron before the game didn't talk to nobody. Didn't talk to nobody, and they went out there and dropped like 45. And then in Game 7, you've seen what happened to Ray Allen, and
so he did it one
LeBron
series.
in Game 6. And before that Ray Allen shot, I
don't think it's one series. I think he also did it 2016.
He's done it. Listen, I'm not saying he hasn't done it. I'm not saying he hasn't done it. But the mentality of Kobe and Jordan was every game. It could be a regular season game, every game. Listen, if you went out there and said some shit wrong to Jordan, watch the clips. You said something wrong to Jordan or just, hey, I got you or something, Jordan killed you the rest of the game. Just annihilated you. Took you right out the game like you were non-existent. Kobe's mentality was always that. Like, he didn't have no layback. It was kill you right away. It was always kill you. LeBron lays back, laughs, enjoys, does whatever. His IQ is amazing, though. LeBron's IQ is out of this world. But I think Michael Jordan is the middle between them both. That's how I look at that. I don't pick Michael Jordan just because of Michael Jordan. I put it because it's the middle. I think he has the best of both worlds between them two guys.
I can see that.
That's why I went that way.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
By the way, what's this last one?
Oh, is this the dream team?
The dream team.
Got to pick 5 guys to beat the dream team. God, look, dream team had Magic, Michael, Larry, Charles, and Karl Malone. Is that who that is, right?
Yeah, that's Malone.
Yeah, that's a hell of a damn team up there, boy. Woohoo!
Trying to see who's in that bottom. That looks like Jimmy Butler, Dame, Andre Iguodala, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Marc Gasol, I think.
Damn, Dame for $1.
But we're going against the dream team, though.
Yeah, Dame's gonna cook the Magic.
Yeah.
I have in.
I got mine.
I think I have mine as well.
All right, someone roll.
All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna do Kawhi Leonard. Dwight Howard. Kobe. Paul George. And I gotta go Dame.
All right. I'm gonna go Kyrie to play the point. I'm gonna take Kobe to play the 2. You know what? I'll take LeBron and Kawhi, and I'll put LeBron at the 4. And I'll take Marc Gasol and play the center.
I'm gonna take Emma 1. I'm gonna take the best MVP season ever, Brody, and the only guy there who has a chance to guard Magic. At my 2, I'm gonna spread the floor. One of the best shooters ever. I'll go Clay. And then at my 3, I'm gonna go Braun. And then I'm gonna go. Dirk at the 4, and then Embiid. Who's that? Is that Embiid or Boogie?
Where?
That's Boogie.
Boogie.
Ooh. I'll go. Who's 2?
Who's
For
where?
big man? So,
Tim Duncan?
yeah, I'll go Tim Duncan at the 5.
I'm gonna take LeBron. I'm gonna put him at the 3. I'm gonna take Kawhi. I'm gonna put him at the 2. Or no, I'm gonna put Kawhi at the 1. I'm gonna put Kobe at the 2. I'm gonna take the big fundamental for the 4. And I'll take Marc Gasol at the 5.
Huh. Definitely an interesting.
Because I got Duncan and LeBron to help Marc Gasol out if need be. So
Yeah.
What do you think about Bronny entering the draft?
I don't think he actually goes to the draft. He said he's going to enter. He also said he's going to transfer portal.
Yeah.
Listen, if LeBron has any insight on what his son does, and Bronny wants to be smart about this, you take your ass to Ohio State.
That's what I think too.
And here's why. And it's not even because I'm an Ohio State fan and I want him here, blah, 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 all that shit. You bring him here because he's on a team that doesn't have any studs on it. Ohio State's not a huge basketball school in a state or in a sense where you say every year it goes into, Ohio State will be in the Final Four. No. So you bring him here, let him play under Diebler, let him play with some other guys that are good, not elite, and they'll have like a 5-star or a 4-star there, and let him play. Let him enjoy it and build up his draft stock. And be honest, I let him play 2 years. Tell Bryce to come too, play with Bryce, and then both of them go to the NBA because, to be honest, they both just still get picked on the same team, and LeBron go play with them. What's up, Beer Cave?
I think LeBron.
Oh, that's who that was. I wasn't sure who that was.
What?
What'd you say?
You think LeBron's really going to play with Bryce?
LeBron plans on playing until he's 45.
No.
I
He said time's coming up.
I don't think he plays with Bryce.
So you think he decides not to play with Bryce or what?
He already said he just wants to play with Bronny. He didn't even mention Bryce.
Yeah, but he's also said he wants to play until he's 45.
Yeah,
He
I
also
did hear
said.
that.
He also said. We need to stop taking him for granted. In like a recent interview, he's like, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing this. That's a hint, is it not?
Yeah,
I mean,
for you to think the other way. You know, these guys say all this shit all the time. They say
and
this,
he
say
did
that.
that. And he did that fake retirement ceremony. I don't think he would do that 5 years before actually retiring. It doesn't even make sense.
Listen, he said once he hits 40,000, he's going to start shooting left-handed. Has he started shooting left-handed?
Well, he is left-handed.
No. He shoots right.
Yeah, he's ambidextrous though.
He is left-handed, but he shoots right. He does. The only thing he does right is shoot.
Yeah.
But he said he wants to score the next 5,000 points with his left. Has he started that?
No.
I don't take anybody's word for shit.
I mean, you're right. But I'm just saying, it wouldn't make sense to do, like Rob said, it wouldn't make sense to do a fake ceremony to give all these subtle hints if you're really thinking about staying 5-6 more years. What's the point of that?
I mean,
To
LeBron
throw
could
everybody
always
the hell
go, man.
off. You know what that does? That pushes the Lakers into, we better do some shit next year and get anybody and everybody and do all this shit.
So you think Bronny's coming to LA and not LeBron leaving?
Well, they better do something if they want to keep LeBron there, because LeBron said he'll go anywhere.
Well, he's a free agent, yeah.
I know. I thought he signed a 2-year. I thought
Yeah,
he's
he
still
did.
got another year in LA.
Yeah, okay, you're
He
right.
timed it
Oh,
up
he's got-
perfectly with whenever Bronny comes in the league.
Yeah,
Bronny's
so-
in the league.
Bronny coming to be a free agent. So Bronny will probably come out next year.
Mhm.
I mean, LA could draft him this year, but the problem is I think Bronny will go for another year in college, come out next year, get drafted. Wherever he goes, LeBron goes.
Yeah.
And then you got to think. He'll do that. Bryce will have a year in college while they play together 1 year. And Bryce can come out right after that and get drafted, and then they play 1 year together.
Yeah.
So in reality, he's only doing 3 years? 2 years or 4 years? 4 years would be what it is. And that fourth year would be pretty much just him being there just to be with his kids.
Okay. Right.
But I mean, LeBron hasn't slowed down at all. The dude's averaging, what,
No.
25, 7, and 7?
Yeah.
He's still doing a damn thing.
Yeah.
And
he's
to be
still
honest,
balling.
I think he's more relaxed than he ever has been. I don't think
He
he's
does look
actually
a lot more
pushing.
comfortable.
Yeah, I don't think he's
not
pushing
relying
it.
on athleticism.
To me, he's not on the gas pedal at all. He's just playing the game. When he gets and feels the team's going to actually do something, I think he'll step on that gas. But I think he's just relaxed.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what I want to happen. I'm hoping the Cavs draft Bronny, trade Donovan Mitchell for LeBron, and the King returns to Cleveland for one more ring. One more ring.
How about
That'd be legendary.
how about we keep Donovan and we trade Darius Garland and some draft picks?
I wouldn't mind either one. Just bring the King.
I feel like Darius matches with
But Darius is
would
younger.
match with LeBron better.
Why? We're just going to let LeBron run point.
The contracts too. Donovan's contracts is a lot bigger.
Yeah, we just let LeBron run point. That way he doesn't have to do all the crazy stuff. Everybody's going to keep their eyes on LeBron, period. And if they don't, LeBron will go score. But the minute they start trying to double or fade to him, he's going to make that pass. LeBron's going to have like 26 a game, and Donovan's going to average 28, 30 points a game.
Yeah, he definitely would throw out as a 2, I think.
I mean, and like I don't know. But the Cavs, I mean, that'd be a great story. Come here, finish here. That'd be great.
It would be.
Doing
Came back.
Jesus says Bronny's no good. I mean, hey, listen. I'm going to do this, and this is what everybody says. Well, you can't compare them to. You're right, you can't. Jimmy Butler's first year in college was the same stats, maybe 1 point more averaged that year as Bronny. Where's Jimmy Butler at now? Jimmy Butler also stayed 3 years in college, got better, got drafted, and proceededly got better every year. So I get Bronny's first year, yeah, trash. But the kid could shoot. He could do chase down blocks. He could play defense. The kid has the ability and the skills. They need to be honed in on, coached up right, and he'll be fine.
he could definitely carve out a role. I mean, NBA is always looking for 3-and-D guys at least. And
of course. He can shoot it.
I do. I also think because Bronny, there's a lot of controversy this year because obviously the heart problem, everything. USC, his minutes were so sporadic between only playing a couple or playing 20. And I mean, we saw like a lot of the times, I know there were still some games where when he got a lot of opportunities, most of the time he did well with those opportunities. There were still like a couple times where he fell flat. But I do think, like you said, come back second year, hone in on the skills, be coached better. USC's honestly, currently what they were going for is terrible. They tried just jam packing a bunch of like stars and NBA players' sons and stuff.
Exactly. That's all that was.
And Bronny should come to OSU, play real college basketball, play in like a real team, a real
fundamentally sound team. That's what you need.
Yeah.
He'll get constant minutes. They'll all be the same. Oh, yes. Listen, let's talk about this for a second. This women's tournament has been more exciting than the men's.
Easily.
100%.
I mean, today at 3, you got Iowa versus South Carolina. Now, I think South Carolina beats Iowa. I don't think they lose. South Carolina is an all-around, fundamentally sound team, and they are good. I mean, Caitlin does her thing.
They went by 10+.
I mean, South Carolina's going to dog.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm taking Iowa. I'm riding Iowa.
No,
they really think Iowa's going to win.
Last game,
they don't know about this. They don't know about this
in
game.
that first half, South Carolina's weaknesses were shown over and over again.
So Iowa's weaknesses were shown. UConn had them beat. UConn allowed them to come back. UConn had them down by double digits and allowed Iowa to
come up early against Iowa too.
I mean,
I just think Caitlin Clark, the greatest college player ever, is not going to want to leave college without a ring.
Doesn't matter what she wants.
It will. We're going to see. We were talking about mentality earlier. Caitlin Clark's got that winner mentality too. If she wants to go do it, she can go get it too.
Yeah, she can go get it. The problem is she doesn't have. I don't think she has all them players on that team to be able to be like, cool, I'm going to go get it. And when I can't get it, someone else is going to get it. She has like one other girl that put up 27 this last game. But Caitlin had a shitty game. Yeah. She had a real shitty game.
Yeah,
shooting percentage-wise, it was shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think South Carolina, they're something else. I mean, Caitlin's going to get hers. And the whole thing with Caitlin, she needs to go to the Big 3, get that $5 million, and go to the WNBA, get picked first anyways, and make $76,000 for 1 year, and just start putting that away. Put that $76,000 into some stocks or something. You got $5 million to live off of. I mean, that's how I would do it. I'd tell her if I was her dad, I'd be like, look, you can go get that $5 million.
Yeah.
Go shoot 4-pointers all game long.
What are you gonna say, Rob?
Even though Caitlin started slow last game, though, you saw she made like every big play. The 4-point play, she gets all the momentum back.
Yeah, she's gonna get hers. But the thing is every single player out of South Carolina is primed.
Yeah,
they're ready.
Yeah, they're really ready. Good. They're really good. And
they should have two. They should have 2 players drafted in the top 5 or top 7.
Way better, Jesus.
Yep, they are. And UConn did get way too comfortable. Burns, he didn't do nothing on offense. It's like finally everything caught up with NC State. Because it was crazy. They were down literally by 7. It was 49-42. And I didn't look for a little bit. Look back, they were down by 20.
Yeah.
It was like, holy shit, you were just down by 7 and Purdue went on a 13-0 run on you. And that's what UConn does. Like, UConn was letting Bama play around with them and then came out and started smacking them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I believe UConn's going to finish it off tomorrow and win the whole thing.
I agree. But, Mike, I did want to ask you something.
Yo.
How do you feel about the new Texans team? Are they a real contender now?
Them boys, what they did, and this is the smartest thing they could have did. Cassiano and D'Amico Ryans put together a team that you look at and you say, all right, they came into this league, all of a sudden they had a shit year, and I did a whole TikTok about it. Had a shit year. They say, all right, we're going to bring in a rookie coach, Ryan Day. We got the 2nd overall pick and the 5th overall pick. We're going to get our future, CJ Stroud. We're going to get a dog on defense. We're going to see how this runs. Pick Tank Dell up in the 3rd. Cool. All right. Let's see what happens. Put a little pieces around them, blah, blah, blah. These fools come out here, win their division in the end of the season, win the playoff game, and dominantly won that playoff game against the Cleveland Browns. And them guys, after that game, literally said, not good enough. Hold on. They made a phone call to Daniil Hunter and said, hey, we're going to get you some money. Why don't you come over here? One of the best edge rushers in the game. Put him on the defensive side with Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Add a couple other small pieces. Yeah, add a couple other small pieces on defense. And you're like, oh, man, all right. Tank Dell, Nico getting healthy. And then they say, hey, Bengals, we know you don't want Joe Mixon no more. We'll give you a 7th-round pick for him, come on. Now you've got a veteran running back who can get you 1,000 yards a year, and he literally only has, I think, 1 or 2 years left on his contract. And he's small money because he just took less money to stay with the Bengals. So now you got Mixon in the backfield. Then they go, hey, you know what? Buffalo Bills. Let's call him up. Say, hey, Buffalo, we know Diggs is in your ass. He's talking shit about y'all. Josh Allen don't like him. Diggs don't like y'all. We'll give you a 2nd next year. You give us Diggs and a couple picks. And I couldn't believe that deal went through. Because how the hell does Buffalo give him Diggs and 2 picks? And you get Diggs as a veteran? Oh, hell yeah, thanks. Yes, like, subscribe, hit the buttons. And then you get Diggs for 2 more years. He's here this coming up year and the year after. So you brought in veteran offensive weapons. You've added an offensive line piece. I think you're going to draft offensive line because they traded away their 1st-round pick. I think they draft offensive line. And everybody's talking, before all this happened, was talking, oh, well, Stroud in the sophomore slump. Because, the sophomore slump's real. You see QBs go through that. Players go through that. You saw CJ Stroud with a shitty offensive line do what he did last year.
Yeah.
With 3rd-round picks. With people that, just you didn't know about. You didn't know about none of those receivers. Now he's got weapons, They're building on the offensive line. And they added veterans to help him through the sophomore slump so that way he doesn't feel like he's forced to exceed his expectations. You can hand the ball off to Joe or throw Joe out of the backfield. You got Diggs who's going to help him understand, hey, I'm here, which I think Nico Collins will be the one. And then Diggs will still be, it'll be like 1A, 1B type thing.
1A,
and then you got
1B, for sure.
Then you got Tank running loose.
Slot.
The Texans O-line, they were okay, but they were beat up. They got injured towards the end of the season.
They have Tunsil, but
he's always hurt.
That's about it. Yeah,
Tunsil. And I think they draft. I think the first couple picks are going to be offensive linemen. I mean, you can't ever draft a bad offensive lineman. It's hard to do. Real hard to do. But, dude, I'm
already getting better, too.
Yeah, Stingley looked really good last year. Even that playoff game against us, Stingley looked good.
Who?
Derek Stingley.
Oh, yeah, Steve. And you got him in the secondary, and I think they added a corner out there. Look, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, Petrie.
I put a poll up, right? And, dude, 70% said they're going to the AFC Championship game. If they play the way they are supposed to play, I mean, they got a tough schedule, but I still think they win.
Yeah. And that defense being coached by D'Amico.
Yes.
Helps a lot.
And that's crazy. The offense is running. You got Brian Slovic or Ben Slovic. I don't know which one it is, but you got a mastermind who didn't even get a head coaching job. You would have thought he would have after what he did. Mm-hmm. Still there. He could take control of the whole offense. You ain't got to worry about stuff. D'Amico can just worry about the defense. Dude.
You got it all figured out.
I'm telling you. I look at it like this. It's going to be the Chiefs in there, the Texans in there. I think all 4 teams from the AFC North make the playoffs. And then the Jets. I think the Jets win that division. Buffalo's falling all the way off. They're getting rid of everybody. Their wide receiving core is absolutely in disarray. I mean, they got Curtis Samuel.
Yeah. I actually really like that Jets pick because I feel like a lot of people forget how good the Jets really could have been. That defense allowed like fewest points in the league. Like a little, like, they just didn't have an offense.
Dude, they were right there at the end. They could have been in the playoffs. But you know what's funny is they added more to the defense. They added more people to the defense and solidified it even more. And then you got Mike Williams out there now with Garrett Wilson. If Williams can stay healthy,
yeah,
dude, A-Rod's going to have a fun time throwing that ball. With
how old A-Rod is off for ACL tear.
Yeah.
Dude, he looked good 3 months after that ACL tear. He was
Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, he was throwing 50 yards off his back foot after 3 months after that ACL tear. Not even 3 months, 2 months after it. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Jesus says, would Bryce Young be good with the Texans? No,
absolutely not.
Listen, CJ Stroud should have been the number 1 quarterback pick. The Panthers messed that whole situation up.
I think you guys are hating. Really, I think you're being hypercritical just because of the situation Bryce is in.
You talked about that Bronny thing.
I just think CJ Stroud.
No. You want me to tell you why Bryce Young couldn't do it? He listen. It's not a knock on short quarterbacks because it really is kind of. I guess there's only been so many that can do it, that can actually do it. But those so many had weapons to do it with. Now, Baker did whatever he did. Drew Brees is a dog. But Bryce Young is small in every feature. Like, he's just slim. He's breakable. I mean, you see him. They don't have nothing over there in Carolina. You put him on the Texans, like when CJ started there, the Texans don't win the division. They don't go to the playoffs. That does not happen. It's just Bryce, and they still don't do nothing. Panthers don't do nothing to help Bryce. What they should have did when they brought him in, they should have let Andy Dalton play that whole first year. You got no O-line. Andy Dalton's been there and done that. You got no weapons. Andy Dalton's been there and done that. Your defense is all right. Let Andy Dalton run for the year. Let CJ learn, or let Bryce learn the speed of the game more and see stuff more, and let him get adapted to the situation. Then he would be better.
Yeah. The thing is, they don't want to sit their first overall pick. An entire season. I mean, he's still got experience, like you said. Let him learn, get some experience.
What are you talking about? That's how football was ran.
I know, but the first pick, that's.
I'm still doing it.
He got the Peyton Manning treatment, man.
Your first pick, you pretty much wasted. If Bryce Young doesn't ever snap out of this, if his ego and mentality is bruised from what he went through and never snaps out of it, you threw it in the trash anyways.
Yeah.
You could have let 1 year go by. Look, here's the best team with quarterbacks ever to do it. Green Bay.
Yeah.
He drafted Brett Favre. He played when they felt like his time was coming. 3 years before they felt like that was coming, they drafted Aaron Rodgers in the first round, 20th pick, and Aaron sat for 3 years. Then came out, and guess what happened? Straight dog right away.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers' time was coming to a close. They draft Jordan Love in the first round, 20th pick.
Yeah.
3 years.
They do a good job.
3 years.
But look,
Jordan came out. They didn't expect Jordan to do what he did this year. Came out.
I don't know what he did.
Dogged.
Yeah, but look, my rebuttal to that is that you're saying let him get that experience because you never know. But like my counter argument is like you never know. What if they would have missed out on what if Bryce did what CJ did this year, where he took a really bad team to really good. They just didn't know. It just didn't happen. Like I'm saying,
what if he's saying?
We just watched it.
I'm saying, what if he's saying that the Panthers sat Bryce, but and then they potentially missed out, or like what if the Texans, for example, sat CJ, and then they missed out on CJ doing what he did this year because they wanted to build him up.
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question. Are you in it for the long run or the short run?
Long run.
So who cares about 1 year?
Yeah, but
who gives a shit about one damn year? You know why C.J. Stroud was thrown in there right away? Right away. The Texans didn't have a veteran quarterback that could do what needed to be done. They had what, Mims or whatever the hell that dude's name is?
Davis Mills.
Davis Mills. They had Davis Mills.
Player.
Come on now. Davis Mills.
Well, that's just for example. That's just for an example. Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I'd rather miss out on 1 year and let my quarterback learn than anything else. Carolina was messed up from the beginning, the way the coaching staff was. Dude, they fired Frank Wright halfway through the season because they sucked. Bryce wasn't his pick. He wanted C.J. Stroud. The owner overruled it and went and picked Bryce.
I want to say real quick, I want to touch on this comment that I have on the screen. I think C.J. Stroud would have came in and done a better job and made more of the situation he was in than Bryce Young did.
Oh, I 100% agree. C.J. would have done more, and you would have saw C.J. use his feet more. Because C.J. could also run. He just doesn't run.
And I'm not even saying C.J. Stroud is going to the playoffs with that team. I'm just saying he would have made more of the situation.
Oh, yeah, not at all. C.J. doesn't go to the playoffs with the Panthers either. I don't care who's with the Panthers. They're not going to the damn playoffs.
Adam Thielen was their one.
Hey, Adam Thielen balled out, though, too, this year.
He slowed down a lot at the end because he's not a real one.
He said, well, NFL rule. Yeah, I get that. But Bryce Young got lit the hell up and he was hurt.
You know he slowed down.
What do you mean? He got hurt.
He did start slowing down.
He threw interceptions and got his whole ass whipped.
Sam Howell got lit up, too.
I like Sam Howell. He went out there, was leading the league in passing yards. I think in a good system, Sam Howell's a good quarterback.
He's also like second in interceptions, though.
Carolina set them up for failure, man. Coaching, trading C-Mac and DJ Moore, management. We'll see if they pull through with the new coaching and management this year. I think it's going to be another year or two before we even worry about the Panthers.
CMC needed out, though. They're wasting his career.
They did, but they could have built on that.
Yeah.
But they chose not to that whole time. That owner is one of the worst ever. He's in it for money. He's just money grabbing. I'm not spending money. I'm just going to make the money because they're still selling beers and hot dogs $10, $5. Tickets are still up, and they're just making money. Hey, AR-15 needs to be thrown in there too. You saw him. He didn't even look that great the games you saw him play. He was all right. Got hurt. Yeah. Now they're banking on him coming back. So they got rid of Gardner Minshew, or Minshew didn't sign there again. And they signed Joe Flacco. You know why they signed Joe Flacco? Is because I think they're banking that AR may not be ready at the beginning of the season, and he might not be right now.
Yeah, he might, yeah.
Because why wouldn't they have picked up Jameis Winston or Tyler Huntley? Because AR-15's gameplay is 180 from what Joe Flacco's is. Totally different. And I've argued this point because people are like, well, why didn't we bring Joe Flacco back to sit behind Deshaun? I want a quarterback who is going to be behind him, that his gameplay is similar, so that way we don't have two different offensive sets. They just worry about one.
He's not that bad.
It's not that he's not that bad. It's just if I had Andy Dalton on the Texans, I'd rather have Andy Dalton put in than Davis Mills.
Yeah, me too.
Thielen can't be a one the whole season because Bryce can't throw the ball to him. You're right, can't. And Thielen's not ever been a one. He's a great two with a nice one out there. He's an amazing two.
For sure.
With the pressure off him, he's an amazing two.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't have the money for it.
Listen, they already franchised him. They have him no matter what. My thing is, I would use him in this draft and trade him. If you want to, trade your 18th pick and T. Higgins and trade him somewhere. I forget what I was thinking about, who it was. There was somebody I would say, hey, I'll throw him to him. Like Atlanta, maybe. Maybe Atlanta. Trade my 18th pick and T. Higgins to Atlanta for their 8th pick. And then draft Neighbors or one of those guys that falls to you. So you start with a rookie guy, a good wide receiver, you're good to go. I think that's a hell of a move. Because you get T. Higgins gone, don't got to worry about that. You're bringing a nice rookie who can play. You got Joey B to help him. He'll be healthy. Chase, I mean, I think that'll be great. Thanks, Tanner.
Yeah. The Bengals,
Trade-
though, the Bengals are going to have to pick a running back. It was one of their picks.
No, didn't they sound so?
They got
Bengals,
Zach Moss and they got that Chase Brown.
I knew they had Chase Brown, but I forgot.
I think Zach Moss is going to have it up here, dude.
He's really good. He's really good.
He played really well in the Colts when he got his time. And I feel like this year it's going to translate to just more, maybe not as great as he was playing at like the start, but it'll be more consistently like good games.
Agree. Trade Higgins to the Giants. I don't know if the Giants will jump up or just take Higgins in the 18th pick. I don't know if they'll do that. They might want more because I think they're looking at Neighbors or Udanzi if he falls because what are the Giants at? They're 6th.
They could draft JJ McCarthy.
Who?
Stuff on that. The Giants.
The Vikings are about to trade both their first-round picks to the Chargers to get that 5th spot to draft JJ. I truly believe that, and I think the Chargers are okay with that because then you just jump right out of the top 10. So you can still have that 11th spot, and Brock Bowers could fall to you outside the top 10.
That's nuts.
You can get Brock Bowers there and then grab another piece with the 23rd pick. Well, we need a damn QB. Hell no, I don't want McCarthy. Listen, yeah, you got people that say they don't want him, people that are high on him. McCarthy needs to go somewhere that's kind of set up for his play.
Yeah.
He's not going to throw you out of a game. He'll keep you in a game, but I don't think he can throw you into one. I don't think his arm could make you come back from being down 14 or 21 points. Maybe 14, but not 21, 17, 21. It would be rough. But he'll keep you in the game. He's not going to make mistakes. But he's just that guy. He's not an elite quarterback. He's not he's more like a Kirk Cousins. That is what J.J. McCarthy is, or will turn out to be.
Yeah.
What does it say? Look at Alex Smith was horrible, dysfunctional Niners organization, but Jim Harbaugh made him good enough to win. Alex Smith was good everywhere he went.
Yeah, he was tough, dude.
He became good in the Niners. He was good with the Redskins. I mean, Jesus says most teams should draft a QB every year. I mean, I think most teams do. They draft later in the rounds, though.
Try to find a wild card out there.
Imagine the effing Bills trade Josh Allen. I'll tell you right now, they probably get a haul for Josh Allen.
6 first-round picks.
I don't know about no damn 6 first-round picks.
4 probably.
Yeah, Cleveland should
they'll definitely get 3,
future.
and they'll probably get a 2 and a third, or if you throw a player in there, they'll knock that off.
You got 3 for Deshaun after not playing. Josh Allen's arguably, a lot of people think he's the second best QB in the league. He's young.
Trade Deshaun and tons of picks.
No, not trading Deshaun a ton of picks.
Yeah, for Josh Allen, though,
it's all guaranteed.
I'm not doing that for Josh Allen. I'm not doing that. Listen, Josh Allen's got a problem. He has a problem where he believes that he has to be the only person that can do this. That's why the Bills lost all the time. Josh Allen didn't trust nobody. That's why he ran as much as he did. If Lamar doesn't have to run that much and can lead a team like he did last year, Josh Allen does not need to run that much. You had stars out there you could throw the ball to. Lamar didn't have that, and he still threw the ball. You have Diggs, Davis, Knox, Kincaid. Come on, man. He had players. And then you have a running back that you could have handed the ball off all season to. Once they started handing the ball off in December, the dude was getting 150 yards, 100 plus every game. What the hell? Josh Allen, he thinks he needs to carry the team, and if it's not there, he's got to run. Like Joey B. Joey B's mental problem, he will run to that sideline and still try to throw the ball down the field instead of throwing it away. If he's being chased, he will not throw the ball away. He will always try to throw it in play and make a play. Sometimes you just got to take it, throw it away, and be done with it. Joey B will not do that. They did get rid of the OC midseason. You know Josh Allen's best year was the year before last with that OC. So I don't know. I don't understand the whole reasoning behind playing the musical chairs with the running backs, and I don't think that's on Ken Dorsey. I think that was on the coach, because the OC's there, but OC doesn't call plays. Sometimes the coach usually does. Brings him in if he doesn't believe in him. I don't know, man. I don't know what that was. Throw the ball away. Don't take a sack. Exactly. Telling you. That's Joey B's problem. Josh Allen's problem. Just thinks he needs to do it all himself.
Yeah.
That's his big issue. His huge issue is he thinks he has to do it all himself. But I think the Bills don't have enough anymore. Defensively, I don't think they do. Offensively, they definitely don't. Josh Allen's really going to think he has to do it all himself this year.
What if they go after T. Higgins or Brandon Ayuk?
Well, the only way you're getting T. Higgins is a trade.
Yeah.
What are they going to trade him? They going to trade him a first-round pick?
Yeah, probably first, and then a future next year, third or something like that.
I mean, if they do that, great. But I don't see them doing it. I don't see them trading away their first for that. I think they'll stand pat and grab a Worthy from Texas or Franklin or one of them guys that'll be rookies to come in.
I mean, I think the Eagles win the division, and this is coming from a Cowboys fan, but Eagles are just, I don't know, as long as the pieces fit together, they win the division easily, are one of the top contenders for the title. I do think. I mean, I guess it depends on how you think they'll play, because all you said was won't be as good as people think, which people think they're winning the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I don't know. It's tough. This year's tough. It's a toss-up.
Look at it this way. He's a Giants fan, and he's saying he doesn't think the Eagles will be that good. If the Eagles aren't that good, then every single team in that division is worse.
Yeah.
Because your Giants aren't going to be anything. Dallas Cowboys, you already seen, they threw in the towel. They're done. He went from being all in to saying we got to do more with less. He is literally setting up, and this was on the show yesterday when it was just me. Shador Sanders. He wants to get Sanders. Shiloh Sanders comes out. Travis Henry. If he sets it up, he can be in the running for Shador. Come back up somehow in the first, get Travis Henry and draft Shiloh Sanders in like a third round, and then try to convince Dion to come coach the Cowboys?
That'd be nuts.
I feel like he's trying to do something crazy, masterful thing like this, because how do you go from saying we're going to go all in to we got to do more with less? Dallas is about to be trash. The Commanders are going to be down there because they're in rebuild year every year. And again, the Giants lost their best offensive weapon, and now they got a great – their defensive line is going to be nuts. Your Giants has a defense that'll be good. But unless Daniel Jones comes back to Danny Dimes, you're going to have a rough year. And the Eagles got a team. Their coaching is where their problem is. And if A.J. Brown and Hurts don't get on the same page, which that might be another move. I don't know why anybody hasn't called up the Eagles and said, hey, what's up with A.J. Brown? Hey, why don't the Bengals call them up and say, hey, we got T. Higgins and we'll give you this first pick or something. Ayuk ain't going anywhere to spend. Yeah, Ayuk, they should pay him. They better pay him. You guys need him more than anything. I saw repeat Cowboys organizations frustrated with Micah Parsons. Yeah, listen, Micah, I'd be frustrated too. That boy's about to get a bag. He better prove it this coming up year. People who are Niner fans will tell you we're going undefeated and get, yeah, well, that's the problem. That's delusional people. You guys definitely have a good defense. And the O-line you guys have made moves for that. And I think they will extend Devontae Smith. I think A.J. Brown might get traded. If Hurts and him aren't on the same page, A.J. Brown could get traded. If somehow they come together, cool. But if I'm the Bengals, why not call them? We'll give you T. Higgins and a couple picks. Maybe not that first, or if they want the first and T, Maybe you do that because then you got A.J. Brown. He's already signed for some years, and you put him up there with Chase. That's nasty.
Yeah.
That's nasty as hell. You got 2 1s. Bless you. Or if A.J. Brown's problem is he's not seeing the ball, well, then all right, trade him T. Higgins straight up for Devontae Smith. They're both on 1-year deals. Take Devontae Smith and Cincy. T. Higgins there, let it run. And if you want to sign T. Higgins again, you do. If not, then no. I don't know. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough for some of these teams, but I think football is going to be amazing. Just like everybody was going, what about the AFC South? You know, the Jags have hit their peak, I feel. I think they're coming down now. I think this is about to be the end. They're going to be a mediocre team. Titans are in rebuild mode. The Colts, you don't know what you got with AR-15. They got solid pieces. Unless AR-15 comes around, that team's going to be mediocre. So Texans pretty much got that division.
Yeah, easy.
AFC East. Bills kind of fell apart. The Dolphins lost good part of their defense that was good. Wilkins, they got rid of Xavier and Howard. So they're all offense. Patriots are the Patriots right now. They're running with Bailey Zappi.
We signed Brissett, and we're
low-key. Oh, I'd rather have Brissett play. Put Brissett back out there. Second stint around the Patriots.
If we draft Drake May, do you think he should sit the year behind Brissett?
I would want him to, because you're not going to go to the playoffs. The Patriots are not winning the division. They're not going to the playoffs. So I would look to the future like, cool, we sit him, let Brissett, because Brissett's one of those guys. He will help Drake May along, or Jaden Daniels, whoever it is, he will help them. And let Brissett play the year. Let you guys have a shit year. Get another good pick in the top 10 draft, and then let the ball start rolling again. You can't just hope everything comes back together. It's rare that happens. So then you got the Jets in that division, and to me, I think the Jets win it.
As long as A-Rod plays like we expect him to play, yeah, they should.
Yeah, see, just like Almighty Finesse says, A-Rod stays healthy. They have the offense. They built better. Their offensive line got better. They got Mike Williams now. Their defense, they added even more pieces to the defense. And, I mean, Jesus. They took what's-his-name from the Eagles and put him over there. Hit it. Hassan hit it.
Reddick, yeah.
Yeah, Reddick. Yeah, dude, that's insane. That dude's about to sack the QB like no other now. He's still got Zach Wilson. Jesus.
Zach Wilson's something else.
But Jets win that division. The AFC North, you don't have a damn clue. Nobody has a clue. You don't know. Baltimore got Derrick Henry, but they have nobody to throw the ball to besides Zay and Mark Andrews. And their defense, they lost some key pieces. Steelers paid $5 million and got Fields and Russell Wilson. So now you got to see who they're going to throw the ball to, because all they got is George Pickens and Freiermuth. And their defense lost a little bit. Plus, they still don't have an offensive line, so those quarterbacks will be running for their lives. Cincinnati, Joey B, does he come back healthy and play good, or does he get hurt again? Then he's injury prone. Now it's time to trade him and get something. You don't know what your weapons are going to consist of. Is Higgins going to play even if he's franchise tagged, or sit out? Or are you going to trade him away? Your running backs are Zach Moss and Chase Brown. I mean, you got to see what you got with that. Chase showed you life, but you don't know. Steelers got Patrick Queen. They added that piece. That was a great piece.
Hey, and I wanted to talk to you, because I don't think I definitely haven't talked to you yet about. Did you see the stuff Derrick Henry was saying about the Cowboys?
No, what are you saying?
He came out and said that he was 100% expecting to be a Cowboy. He wanted to go to the Cowboys. He was waiting for a call. He said he never got a single reach out, nothing, after he was expecting fully well to be a Cowboy this season.
I was too after they traded Pollard. Or got rid of Pollard.
So was I. I couldn't.
Listen, I expected them to go after Henry or Saquon.
So did I. I expected Henry more than Saquon, though, too.
Nothing. I'm telling you, Jerry Jones packed it in. He's done. He's throwing in the flag. He wants McCarthy gone and Dak gone. He already says he's not extending Dak. He wants them both gone. And he will restart this over again. And I bet you see Trey Lance probably get some time.
I want to see Trey Lance play at least some decent minutes. Put him in little by little, maybe, more and more as the season goes on. I think he's very talented. He didn't play that bad when he was playing for San Francisco, and they say he's developed a lot behind Dak and being a part of this organization. Mike McCarthy for sure needs to get out of here. I don't want him. Jerry Jones needs to get his old ass out of here. Dak Prescott, I'm undecided. Like, he's very talented, but I don't know if he's the guy to bring a Super Bowl. Even though I love Dak and he is super talented. I mean, he's like an MVP contender almost every year. But something big needs to change. I will say real quick on the Dallas, I forgot to say this earlier. I am kind of excited because I feel like teams, like nowadays we see teams like get stacked with players and talent, and then they don't really do anything. And that's kind of like Dallas. They get stacked. Like every year they look like the absolute Super Bowl winner, and then they just fall way short. And this year we finally have just a team where we need coaching to be on point. We need a high system. We need players to come together, trust each other, and just play well within the system. And I'm kind of excited to see how we do, if we can do more with less, or if we're just going to completely fall apart and burn down this year.
Well, I mean, that's I got to look at it. And I feel like, Dak.
I know, Rich.
Yeah, Jerry Jones he'll never get rid of that team.
Makes me want to rip my hair out.
I don't think they're going to get CD out of there, Almighty. Him and Mike will be the ones that stay, and they're going to build.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're going to draft quarterback next year. Back you got Sanders. You got some guys that are going to come out. It'll be a nice another round of QBs, and then you just add on it.
Yeah, what I would kind of like is if Trey Lance shows plenty of good signs this year, like if we actually get him in the rotation, play him next year and say we draft Shedeur, let Shedeur sit.
Yes.
That's
same
perfect.
type of quarterback. Let him sit. Bring in Travis, Shiloh, whatever you do.
We could trade Dak for a lot. Like if let's say Trey Lance, we play him maybe a quarter, or we bounce off back and forth with Dak and Trey, like in the games, and Trey's playing really well, like on par with Dak. Trade Dak at the deadline.
See, there you go. What if Lance says, "Hey, did you play Trey? Hey, listen, this year, I see right now. Look, this year, if you're going to trade Dak, you have to do it before the deadline, because once the season's over, he's done. This is his last year. His contract's up.
Honestly, either way it goes, maybe just trade him anyways. Like,
so
if we're just looking like a mid team, like average team, get rid of him anyways and just lose the rest of the season.
Seattle may want him. The Rams may want him. Matt Stafford's getting up there, and they got a young team. Got a young team. Puka, Kyron Williams, Cooper Kupp. They may want him over there. I mean, the Giants need a quarterback, but I don't think anybody over there wants him. I mean, who else? Well, Tennessee, you got to see what happens with Will Levis.
Oh, yeah, Levis.
Yeah, if Lance gets that shot.
Big. And, dude, like everyone obviously knows I love Dak. That's my guy. And he's definitely like the guy I want to see make it work in Dallas. Like that's the guy I want to be the one holding up a Super Bowl trophy for Dallas. So bad. I want nothing more than that. But if it's not going to work, I'd rather him go somewhere else and succeed, or we succeed, or something. I mean, it hurt me a lot. Like that would suck. Like at this point, I like him more. I'm bigger. I love him more than I ever loved Tony Romo. And I was a massive Tony Romo fan. But it's just not working, and it sucks that it's not working. And that at this point, something does need to change, especially if it's not going to continue to work this year. But man,
well, Well, you're good on Lance Almighty. I'm talking about Dak. I'm talking about you guys taking Dak. I wasn't talking about Lance. I think Lance stays.
Yeah.
But hey, man, we ran a half hour longer than we normally do. This has been a good show.
Yeah,
It's been
I've
a great
enjoyed this.
show. All around.
NBA season. We get to talk about that soon.
Yeah, NBA talks are going to amp up.
Oh, yeah, that stuff's definitely going to amp up. That's going to be huge because it's coming to the end. Playoffs will be coming. See what happens.
Dak's way better than Daniel Jones. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah, he is. But see, people don't want that postseason. Thanks again, Red Jet. Yes. Hey, and before y'all get out of here, hit the sub button, hit the like button. If you got a TikTok, at the Man Cave 10, go give us a follow. We are like 34, 33 followers away from the 1,000 we need. Go do that. Go hit those buttons. We need all of it. Again, tonight, come back, 6:30.
Sports Madness.
6:30 tonight, Sports Madness, 6:30 to 8. And then WrestleMania right after. And it'll be a great way to get your Sunday night started. It'll be great. Make sure you smash all them buttons. Oh, yeah, there you go, Red Jet. Red Jet will be there. I know the normal guy will pop up. Jesus will be there. Let's bring everybody in. Bring everybody there. But, hey, we'll be back next week. It'll be the old man and the kids. I'm supposed to come up north. I don't know yet. Supposed to come up there, but I will make it back in time to be on the show. I will force that to happen. So we'll do this again next week. Get it back rolling again. We'll be able to talk more, see who wins this national championship. What happened at WrestleMania? Any more things coming with football because the draft's coming soon. A couple weeks away. You got about 3 weeks. 3 weeks, and then the draft's here. A lot of stuff's happening. So, again, we appreciate y'all in the chat. I appreciate you guys over there always coming on the show. Dante, Rob, and the kid.
Yes, sir. Always.
Hey, we'll keep that beef up on TikTok because y'all ain't getting no 82-0 team.
Oh, we're gonna way before you.
Or you go ahead and go watch the new one. I don't think I got 82-0, but it definitely beat the team you just put out there.
We're not talking about that.
That 41-41, that was what that was. But hey, salute. Till next time.